One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Buffaloes offense takes the field to start this game off. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Scanning the field, it's Salter. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Roberts. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Breaks into the open. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it! Quick step and go. He gets it in! Touchdown, BYU! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Lewis to throw. Hauls it in.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Buffaloes can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, running back on the move. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. Gonna run it, it's Welch. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough, third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Just inside the red zone, first and 10 from the 19. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Lewis wants to pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
And the Buffaloes are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Looking for the time with the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Georgia somehow, some way found an edge between the hedges and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Second down coming up. Gonna run it. It's Martin. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32. The Cougars come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The give to the tailback. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. Finds his man. It's Miller. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. catch in the middle. It's Miller. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Rides the back on the option, the give. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The Buffaloes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Moves around to clear up the vision. Ball into the end zone.
What?
It's intercepted.
Yo!
He goes down right there.
What?
Before coming up with a big interception.
What?
Here's the handoff. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Hillstead. Rushes on him. Unloads it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Here's a heat. He'll take another shot here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Wants to bring it back. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Hagan. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Offensive linemen are offensive linemen for a reason. They're not as fast as those guys on the edge. And you can see that defensive end came screaming off the edge, got to the quarterback before that O-lineman could do anything about it. Nice job of that defensive end. Scoop them sacks, baby.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They bring the punter onto the field now. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Using his legs, it's Welch. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lewis to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Caught over the middle. It's Hayden. Tackled there by the defense. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Gives it to the back on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Oh, they're after him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And the Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. Sends it downfield. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Bucks.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
BYU 7.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Hillstead. Grabs it in the middle. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys more than a mile above sea level at Folsom Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Tight game. as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And the Cougars come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Hillstead. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to the ground game on the left. Shows him the stiff arm. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finding an escape route. There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. BYU with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, he makes the catch. Continues to fight for yards. They'll get it down.
Well, that's definitely challengeable, bro.
Yard line on that completion. The Cougars had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Leaves it with the back. Smashes through the tackle. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. It's complete. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. BYU lines up with a 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He lost one down the sideline. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the right. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Got run. Touchdown, BYU. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. They'll try.
Yeah, bro.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Buffaloes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He leaves it with his back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
It'll be 3rd and long. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Buffaloes look to keep this drive humming. Handoff from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it.
Touchdown, Buffaloes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point. Without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Navy is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 7 over Rice. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to throw. It's Hillstead. The screen, and watch out. And this one will be stopped for no gain. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Buys a little extra time. Got it in the middle. It's Smalls. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Trying to run, it's Welch. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now improvising. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field, and they just didn't have it there.
Snags it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Barges ahead. Touchdown, Colorado! They move on top here on the 4th. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not a lot of daylight, he gets one to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
This guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Looking to throw, it's Hillstead. Pressure coming. Already find a hole in that secondary. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Got a man, it's Roberts. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hagan. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the wideout. Give to the running back. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cougar!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
The extra point here would tie the game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. From the gun, the ground game. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He throws one to the left. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Salter. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Throwing right. Got him downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter.
Turning it on. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
I love the play called running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
The give out of the gun. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Stops at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. And the Buffaloes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Buffs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Who can you count on those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
They'll try to tack on an extra point here deep in the game. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Notre Dame went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Irish always get everyone's best punch, but today they took that punch and delivered a knockout of their own. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Back to pass, it's Hillstead. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. It's a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He stopped immediately. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Wow! The game on the line. And what a hit. so sad. Oh! Gosh. Man.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for